Hello, everyone. Let us begin. We hopefully, once I figure out, what am I clicking on? I'm not clicking on the right things. I know that much. Hang on a second. Where is my Sega CD image? There we go. And my controller. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Out of this world. And then instantly crashes into the dust. Okay, I think everything. So, let's see, who is here with me? Hello, Nico. Hello, Raven. I don't know who Soy Clubberville is, but I will say hello to you too. All right, so I saved my game after starting Act 3, and they pretty much did a whole like review of what's going on. And unfortunately, they kind of went through a lot of detail because I know, Raven, you, I think, had gone to bed after a certain situation happened. But as it stands, Gillian Seed and his girlfriend, that they couldn't remember their amnesia, they were put in cryosleep about 50 years ago and then woken up. And as it turns out, Harry, who unfortunately got killed by a Snatcher, who was Benson Cunningham, the chief of all things. Harry was their son. So at this point now, the Snatchers have sent a video message to Gillian saying that they've captured the Doctor, which is, yeah, the chief was the Snatcher. There was actually, yeah, and the son, yeah. It's like, they threw a lot at me at the very end there. So Harry was his son, and he unfortunately got killed by the chief. They took out the chief. I wonder, can I continue from the beginning of Act 3? It might help if I can. Darn, I can't. Let's see here. Wait. Oh, right. I think if I select new game, it just, yeah, it wouldn't let me. Did I hit? I didn't want to start the game. That's funny. Soft reset. I hit the quit button, then hit start, and that apparently started the game. But yes, so we took out Benson Cunningham and basically got a video call saying that the Doctor, who is Gillian's wife, is needed at the Kremlin, in quotes. And they discovered that there is a location in Neo-Kobe City that looks very similar to where the Kremlin would be in Moscow, right down to like where the water flows and subway systems and everything. So their Kremlin is a certain building in Neo-Kobe City. So we are just on the verge of getting to that final building and then continuing on. Now, I think the other thing was there was Random Hajile, the bounty hunter. He unfortunately blew himself up when we were in the hospital. Yeah, it was a map of, like, everyone, all the Snatchers seem to have you might call it a flaw. They called it a flaw, I think, that they had a hometown of Moscow that they loved. But Neo-Kobe City has a similar map layout, right down to like a water path. And so the Kremlin is where their home base is in Neo-Kobe City as well. It's so crazy. But the thing is, I think they're still saying it's the Russians who created the Snatchers. So here we are. Of course, I know the answer to that question.
I've input the map data on the Kremlin's locations. Lift off. Flight configuration, now gaining altitude.
Jamie, Please be safe.
Gillian, please keep in mind that we're working with a strict time limit.
A 50-year debt in 3 hours. Snow!
Snow 9, to be specific. We've entered the Snow 9 region. Please put on your breathing filter. Direct inhalation is dangerous.
All right.
Radio transmissions will also be impossible from this point on. Understood?
Can't save beyond here, I assume.
Now descending. Conversion to hover configuration complete. Gillian, we've arrived.
That definitely looks like a Kremlin-like church. Now I know why they call it their Kremlin. A very old church. It bears quite a resemblance to St. Basil's Cathedral. No doubt they thought the same thing. It appears to be snow, but it's actually Snow 9. Try to avoid inhaling any of it directly. It's surrounded by a large grove of tall cedar trees. This is likely just to keep about anybody away. Given the season, a few Christmas lights would really liven up the scene. The building is about 50 years old, but appears very well maintained. So where's the entrance? On the front side of the building. Where else would the entrance be? There's definitely Snow 9. The sensor scan reveals a tube liner tunnel passes directly underneath this area. Well, that's no surprise. Looks like we've got the right place. The only sound is that of the wind. I'm not showing anything out of the ordinary. Be more specific, Metal Gear. Any motion?
All right, now opening the door.
What's wrong? Won't open?
I've scanned it, and it's not locked. It is probably rusted into place.
Not surprising. After all, our friends always go in and out through the basement.
Let's push it together.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
That doesn't sound like they got... Oh, they did.
That got it.
What's this? Zelens on Mount St. Helens? Yeah, the breathing equipment is like that Mystery Science Theater where they basically say they're equipping the oxygen mask, which is invisible to the human eye. Some kind of chapel for Snatchers. You tell me those things pray? They don't pray, they prey on. Ha 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 ha. No doubt to their creator. That portrait on the wall is probably a representation of him. This person, no doubt the one the Snatchers worship as their creator. Isn't that random? I'll compare my picture with my data on random. While the facial bone structure of the individual in the portrait is nearly identical to that of random, positive identification is impossible as the picture is not a photograph. That just looks too much like him to be a coincidence. These are the chairs for the worshippers in the chapel. Everything is nice and orderly. It's as if the pre-collapsed Soviet Union has been recreated here. Certainly is written on the creator Modnar. Just, I mean, quickly look at Modnar and tell me you don't see the, why the other one's called random. Professor Modnar, the one the Snatcher was talking about, appears to be a portrait of that person. There are a number of scratches on the surface. They were almost certainly caused by the Snatchers. It's all very organized, almost inhumanly so. There's another room further back. The sound. Decorations do not appear to be those of the church. It's true, like, if you're basically trying to prevent them from, you know, giving away your secret, why would you basically have them, like, worship you? and basically keep saying, Modnar will come and destroy the world. And it's like, well, you're going to figure out who Modnar is pretty quickly. Portrait was painted 50 years ago. Success in the wind, that's all I can hear. So I've already left for the summit. Oh, that's right. So the point is that the chief, Benson Cunningham, was supposed to go to a Tokyo summit to basically talk about sealing New Kobe off from the rest of the world in order to prevent the Snatchers from getting out. The Snatchers, on the other hand, have decided to go to the summit to try to snatch as many people as possible. Continue back. Now moving into the back room. Ooh, slow. Am I going to find something here? Oh. Yes. Exclamation of surprise. Snatchers! Look at them all. I'm not picking up any energy readings. They're all deactivated in some kind of suspension mode. This is their warehouse, huh? There must be a few hundred of them there that continue all the way back. Still doesn't look like a factory to me. These are endostructures which have yet to have the artificial skin installed. The bone sizing devices and the skull slits are all still set to the smallest sizes, so their victims haven't been chosen yet. They're all just waiting their turn. There seems to be a number of containers stacked up in the back of the room. None of these Snatchers appear damaged. All they need is their energy packs. The gender units have yet to be installed, however. There's not any tools or equipment for maintaining anything in the area. This room would appear to be just a storage area. There is some kind of a label here. 23rd Siberian Investigative Force. Siberian Investigative Force? They appear that these Snatchers were brought to Neo Kobe from the Siberian Neutral Zone. It seems that the investigative forces have been responsible for shipping the Snatchers. In other words, the investigative forces have been snatched just like when they found us. I see, so the Siberian investigative forces bring the Snatchers out of Siberia and into storage here. I think you're right, Metal. And then the Snatchers just wait here in storage to be reactivated and adjusted after their victims are selected. A rather efficient system. I wonder where the actual snatching takes place. The back part of this room may hold the answer to that question. No, it's just, look at this. I'm not reading anything at all. It's perfectly quiet. Continue back. Now heading for the room further behind. Oh, maybe this is where the snatching happens. The Snatcher's culturing room. The mechanism is operating. There are Snatchers with their artificial skin already installed here. Snatch process.
This is where they fuse the artificial skin onto the Snatcher's endostructure. First, they adjust the size of the still skinless Snatcher to the size of the individual who is to be snatched. The Snatcher's overall shape and size can be adjusted by expansion or contraction of sizing rods. Their sex is controlled by gender units, which are installed at this point. Then, the face is modified to match the intended victim by adjusting the size of the upper and lower jaw, cheekbones,
Gender units.
temporal bones, and tooth alignment.
Just like Gibson said, that means there are limits to the size of the people that they can snatch.
That's right. The limits of the mechanism mean that they can't snatch children, the elderly, or people who are very tall or heavy. And this is where the artificial muscles attach.
Is it organic?
No, it appears to be coated with a type of plastic gel capable of mechanical response. Like human muscles, it creates mechanical energy through chemical reactions. And this is where the artificial skin is attached. In order to prevent the synthetic cells, developed using biotechnological protein design techniques, from rejecting
I would like a
the
gender
inorganic
unit as
material
well.
below, they attach it gradually over a number of days.
And this is the stuff that gets cancer if they stay out in the sun too long.
Finally, they attach body and scalp hair. The process involves transplant of synthetic hair follicles as well, so the hair will grow back if it's lost.
What about scars or birthmarks?
It would appear that they make those adjustments at this point in the process, as they would for wrinkles to simulate age.
I was expecting him to keep moving, and then one of the Snatchers is just staring at us through the cylinder. That just seems like the thing it would do. A computer terminal is installed on each preservation cylinder. These cylinders are used to culture the Snatcher's artificial skin. Endostructures are submerged within them. It appears that weak ultraviolet rays are being projected from above. This is really advanced, way beyond anything we saw at the Queen's Hospital. The whole area is protected as a clean room. There's a door at the far end of the room. The power is on. Look at this, Gillian. The data of the people to be snatched is all being neatly processed. It's locked, but how should I open it from this side?
So this is where the whole thing begins. The endostructures arrive here from the Kremlin. Then they convert them into copies of their victims. And finally, they head out into the city using the old subway system.
With artificial skin maintenance being handled at Queen's Hospital.
But who's behind all this?
Gillian, look at this. There are some finished Snatchers over here.
Get a load of this. The U.S. President, the Prime Ministers of Japan, and the U.K.
That looks familiar.
Gillian, you're in here too.
Figures. They were looking to snatch every VIP at the summit.
And the last junker, you. It definitely looks like they plan on moving out beyond Neo-Kobe.
If they were to snatch every major world leader, they'd practically be able to control the planet. Still, that's odd. With their flawed skin, pulling something off like that would really be difficult.
Chin said they had found the key to developing a perfect artificial skin. Maybe they've already produced it.
No idea. But the number of Snatchers here makes it clear that they're up to something new.
Gillian, this is definitely their nest. We should destroy everything.
Not yet. Not until we found Jamie. Metal, how much time do we have left?
The summit should have begun by now. We don't have much time. And once our legal privileges are suspended, I won't be able to help. In fact, I'll be forced to restrain you.
I know. If the military wants to avoid nukes and goes for a surgical strike on this facility, what would they likely use?
Probably a phased particle beam from one of the attack satellites.
Oh, jeez.
A phased particle beam, huh? That'll wipe this complex right off the map.
As well as most of Neo-Kobe.
Everything, including the soil, will simply evaporate. The attack will leave just a large crater.
Metal, can you convince them to give me another hour? Even 30 minutes will help.
Understood. I'll try my best.
And I'll try to find and rescue Jamie in that time.
I can't transmit here due to interference from the Snow 9. I'll have to leave the area and then send the message.
Oh.
All right. Do it, Metal.
Gillian, don't forget. 30 minutes. You must get out before then.
I understand.
Gillian, I'm sorry I couldn't help you better.
Don't worry about it. I'll be able to move faster by myself anyway. 30 minutes should be plenty. Go, Metal.
Yes, sir. Don't forget. 30 minutes.
Oh, right. You were thinking that Gillian was a Snatcher, right? I mean...
30 minutes? Oh, this is gonna be tight. That room's the only place left to check. Let's take a look.
The only thing I can think of is that I wish that I saw, like, there was things in here where you ran into people like, say, John Jack Gibson again. Oh, crap. Oh, boy. These are big insectors. And they're jumping. Oh, they finally did something a little different than just showing up in the corners. Oh. Ah. Ah. Yeah. Continue investigate. That is a tough attack. Ba-da-ding. Ooh. Ah! That's a lot of attacks. I think I'm getting close, but... I have to be fast. And the problem is that once you get hit, it starts... You end up with a limit, because you can't shoot right back right away. Oh, I can shoot much faster than I think, though. Ah! Shoot! Shoot the... Ah! My controller's not great on this. This is the problem. It's sort of like, because the controller's not great on, like, perfect left and rights. I don't want to cheat on this. I only have to get through this one little thing. This is, I think, the only time I'm going to be running into these in sectors. Ah. You see how sensitive the gun is moving around when I try to aim, like, left, right? Ah! Ah! This seems that this would be the hard part, right? Oh, you're right, I could do the... Can I use... Does this allow me to use the light gun mapping? Because, oh shit, I could basically do this with the mouse with my eyes closed. If I could get the Enforcer mapped with this, it would be so easy. Controllers. Master System, Game Gear. Look, mouse. Let's try this. Okay. Oh, there it is. The Justifier. The Menacer or the Justifier? Okay, so let's try. I think it was called the Justifier. Use the mouse. Let's try that. Oh, now my controller doesn't work. I need to plug that. I need to not put that on the first one, apparently. Controller, and then the second controller is the Justifier, which is the mouse. Let's see if that works. I don't know if it will, but let's see. If it lets me use the mouse on here, I will be so much easier. Oh, I don't know how to use my mouse on this. Nope. It's 6 shots and I'm out. But obviously, the config for the Justifier... Maybe the Menacer? I don't know. No, it didn't move. Alright. Give me 1 second here. Light gun cursor. When in game, use F12 to toggle mouse capture. Define. It's weird. It says press the key to use for up. But I'm using the mouse. That doesn't seem right. It would be nice if I could use a light gun on this. F12 to show. Oh! Still doesn't let me shoot with it, though. Look at that. I've got my cursor, but it's not shooting me. It's not allowing me to shoot. Alright. Alright, so I don't know how to use the... Let me see here. Take a CD, light gun. Just quickly look at here. Using the Justifier light gun in Snatcher. I have no idea. They all say the aim sucks with the Justifier. Trouble getting light gun to work in Snatcher. Have a controller plugged in and set the room with a Justifier. Justifier. Let's try that again. Let's try again. If I can't get it this time, I will try it again. Let's see if this works. Yeah, it's still not... Look. Yeah. Alright. And I'm out. Okay. Let me try one more thing. The one thing I'm going to do is basically just move the 3-button controller to a keyboard. And I'm just going to use... Let's see. I hope I can use the keypad. Down, left, right. A, B, C. Start. Okay, let's give this a shot, just so that way I can get through this point. This is the Fusion 60 Fusion something. Ah! And now I'm not using the controller right. That's not great. That's not great. Yeah, Fusion is version 3.64. Not all of them fire either, which is sort of like if I could just not get the ones, ignore the ones that are not firing at me. That's way too many shots. Down, left, right. A, B, C. Start. X, Y, Z. Mode. Maybe I can just use a keypad here. It looks like some of the keys I press are not matching. I wish I had a better controller. I'm already a little frustrated in that this is how I'm doing things. Let me try using... Let's see. I don't think that the control... Nope, that doesn't work. It shot me in the 2, 3, 4, 5... The only options on the screen, the main screen, are new gaming. Wait, you're right.
Oh, no, not here. Jamie, I tried.
What I remember is at the front of the game, you are correct in that there's something on the front load page. Here. Device. There. Joypad and gun. Ah, okay. So, let's put the justifier in here with the cursor. Aim for the center and pull the trigger. Okay. So it needed to have the gun actually referenced. Problem is, okay. Press gun, test shooting. Yes! Thank you. How? Press gun's start button to return to menu. I literally pushed right click. That wasn't what I was expecting. Thank you so much. That would have been so annoying. This might be a lot better to go through. Alright. So I had to actually do that before I loaded into the game, which a save state wouldn't have done. So, let's just blast through this.
On the Kremlin's locations. Lift off.
Alright. Thank you, Raven.
Flight configuration. Now gaining altitude.
You know, I don't know why, but I think I remember
Jamie,
even when I tried this game on the Genesis, I couldn't get those controls down. It's a D-pad, right?
50-year debt in
It's
3
so
hours.
it's so fidgety.
Snow!
Snow 9 to be specific. We've entered the Snow 9 region. Please put on your breathing filter. Direct inhalation is dangerous.
All right.
Radio transmissions will also be impossible from this point on. Understood? Now descending. Conversion to hover configuration complete. Gillian, we've arrived.
Let's try this again. Okay, I think if I have to, I just have to investigate the points I need. There we go.
All right, now opening the door.
What's wrong? Won't open?
I've scanned it, and it's not locked. It is probably rusted into place.
Not surprising. After all, our friends always go in and out through the basement.
Let's push it together.
All right. 1, 2, 3!
That got it.
All right, let's investigate the Modnar painting. And then we can... Hello, Muse! Good timing, too, actually, because... yeah, I just had to restart. The level was getting way too difficult, and not that I basically started to go for cheat or anything, but I had to reset the thing to allow it to let me use a gun. Let me use a mouse on it. If I can use the mouse to basically fake playing like with a justifier, it's a lot easier for me. So here we are. Muse, I know that you were here before. You caught the tail end of the last round. So here we are in the Kremlin, in quotes, with church. Now we're just starting to walk through the environment, and we found storage snatchers. I'm going to kind of blast through it because I want to get back to where I was. But what we've discovered is that these snatchers are being brought in from Siberia. And these ones don't even have any gender units or power supplies on them yet, so they're just inactive. But basically, where is it? There's a... I know they mentioned something about some boxes around here. Containers in the back of the room. There we go. Investigate container. Coming from Siberia. So the Siberian investigative team seem to have been snatched. And they're the ones that are sending the snatchers to Neo Kobe. Alright, now let's continue back. Then you're gonna get the weird gurgly noises now. Surprise after surprise. There we go. Gurgly. The culturing room. So basically, these are where the snatchers get their artificial skin grafted onto them. We'll run through the snatch process.
This is where they fuse the artificial skin onto the Snatcher's endostructure. First, they adjust the size of the still skinless Snatcher to the size of the individual who is to be snatched. The Snatcher's overall shape and size can be adjusted by
How do you know
expansion
that?
or contraction of sizing rods. Their sex is controlled by gender units, which are installed at this point.
Gender
Then,
units.
the face is modified to match the intended victim by adjusting the size of the upper and lower jaw, cheekbones, temporal bones, and tooth alignment.
Just like Gibson said, that means there are limits to the size of the people that they can snatch.
That's right. The limits of the mechanism mean that they can't snatch children, the elderly, or people who are very tall or heavy. And this is where the artificial muscles attach.
Is it organic?
No, it appears to be coated with a type of plastic gel capable of mechanical response. Like human muscles, it creates mechanical energy through chemical reactions. And this is where the artificial skin is attached. In order to prevent the synthetic cells, developed using biotechnological protein design techniques, from rejecting the inorganic material below, they attach it gradually over a number of days.
Maybe a little bit into
And
music
this is the
Muse.
stuff that gets cancer if they stay out in the sun too long.
Finally, they attach body and scalp hair. The process involves transplant of synthetic hair follicles. It would appear that they make those adjustments at this point in the process, as they would for wrinkles
Oh,
to
they
simulate
skipped.
age.
It skipped. Alright, we need to investigate the... I mean, here's the other thing. I don't know if you're listening to this in stereo or not, but right now I'm getting it in my ears right now, and they're slightly off key to each other, so it's sort of like rapidly flying back and forth, left and right across my ears. It is a weird noise. Clean room. It's a small metal door with a doorknob attached. Ooh. Computer terminals installed on each presentation, and I remember I have to just do look at terminal. It's all be connected to a host computer which monitors conditions outside each of the cylinders. It's locked, but I should be able to open it from this side. the power's on. Look at this, Gillian. The date of all people is neatly
So
processed.
this is where the whole thing begins. The endostructures arrive here from the Kremlin. Then they convert them into copies of their victims. And finally, they head out into the city using the old subway system.
With artificial skin maintenance being handled at Queen's Hospital.
But who's behind all this?
Gillian, look at this. There are some finished snatchers over here.
Get a load of this. The U.S. President, the Prime Ministers of Japan, and the U.K.
Dum.
Gillian, you're in here too.
Figures. They were looking to snatch every VIP at the summit.
And the last junker, you. It definitely looks like they plan on moving out beyond Neo-Kobe.
If they were to snatch every major world leader, they'd practically be able to control the planet. Still, that's odd. With their fluid skin, pulling something off like that would really be difficult.
Chin said they had found the key to developing a perfect artificial skin. Maybe they've already produced it.
No idea. But the number of snatchers here makes it clear that they're up to something new.
Gillian, this is definitely their nest. We should destroy everything.
Not yet. Not until we found Jamie. Metal, how much time do we have left?
The summit should have begun by now. We don't have much time. And once our legal privileges are suspended, I won't be able to help. In fact, I'll be forced to restrain you.
I know. If the military wants to avoid nukes and goes for a surgical strike on this facility, what would they likely use?
Probably a phased particle beam from one of the attack satellites.
A phased particle beam, huh? That'll wipe this complex right off the map.
Everything, including the soil, will simply evaporate. The attack will leave just a large crater.
Metal, can you convince them to give me another hour? Even 30 minutes will help.
Understood. I'll try my best.
And I'll try to find and rescue Jamie in that time.
I can't transmit here due to interference from the Snow 9. I'll have to leave the area and then send the message.
Yeah, the little Metal Gear.
All right. Do it, Metal.
Gillian, don't forget. 30 minutes. You must get out before then.
I understand.
Gillian, I'm sorry I couldn't help you better.
Don't worry about it. I'll be able to move
Does
faster
look a
by
bit
myself
like Metal
anyway.
Gear Rex,
30 minutes
right?
should be plenty. Go, Metal.
Yes, sir.
Aren't you a little
Don't forget. 30 minutes.
Aren't you a little short to be a stormtrooper?
"30 minutes? Oh, this is gonna be tight. That room's the only place left to check. Let's take a look.
All right, here we go. Maybe this mouse will work this time. Come on, let me fire. Why is it not letting me fire? That's great. Why is the controller not working? Please tell me that this is going to work now. I have the gun working. Why? Oh, I have to launch it. There we go. Oh, my gun is a little off sync. I gotta be a little bit higher than I expect. Stop! Right button to pull out the holster, but the gun is off center. So I've got to aim higher to hit it. I gotta go real high. I'm not about to go through this all over again. Let's try this again. I just have to be a little mindful of where my gun is going to be aiming. That's all. Got that little justifier blink, huh? Like all the light guns used to be. Oh my goodness. Come on. Can't you just see that I'm not dying this time? Just give up. You know that I can beat you. had to say something, didn't I? I'm getting too cocky. Come on. Come on. Ah!
Whew. I wasn't ready for that.
No,
They
neither
almost
was
got
I.
me. All right, let's open the next door.
Oh, a turbo function for, like, rapid buttons? Well, the problem was is that I know that there's a limitation to the amount of firepower I can shoot. It was like...
Doesn't look like there's anything here.
That looks pretty sus.
Whoa!
What do you mean, wah? Oh. Oh! Oh, Jesus! Haha! Oh, I just hit that one in the crotch. Wah! I feel like I'm playing Judgment Day, the T2 game. Surprise! Hello. Goodbye. Hi. Boom. Ooh, are they getting snarky? They're getting snarky. Ah! Oh! No gender unit on that one. Hello, Snatcher. Snatchers. Let us try this again. Oh, I don't know if there's a turbo mode. I gotta go through the Insectors, then the Snatchers again. Oh, look how much I can fire. I can fire quick now. This is my turbo power. I don't know who's in chat. Got a Snatcher in chat. Come on. Oh, come on. I'm glad I got the mouse installed. It's just, I wish it was a little bit more precise. Ah.
Whew. I wasn't ready for that.
Oh,
They
nice.
almost got me.
Yeah, I'm just
All
having to
right,
use a justifier
let's
here,
open the
and
next door.
this is tough. Using the justifier on this is even like I was having trouble with my controller, and that's why I actually put the mouse together.
Doesn't look like there's anything here. Whoa!
Wah! I love how they just kind of swipe. Oh, no. I gotta be faster than that. Man, one shot to the head and these guys are out. I mean... Come on. Come on. Oh. No. Oh, come on. Oh! If my mouse was... If only my mouse was a little bit more precision. Alright, let's do this again. If I can get through the Insectors without getting hurt, maybe it'll get me a better chance at fighting off against the Snatchers. Yeah. Okay, let's do this again. F it, we're doing it live.
Oh, no, not here.
The only way to recalibrate is in the beginning of the
I
game.
tried.
I'm going to do it. I can't care at this point. I need a better precision. The game is just that, I don't want to say janky, but the problem is that it is just that tricky, right? Press guns, guard button to return to the menu. Okay, let's just try this again. That was still a little offset. I didn't like it. You can aim here. And you notice that that aims center, right? So if I shoot... All right, I'm going to try one more time. Gun adjust right in the center, right? So that should be good. That's pretty precision, I hope. Yeah, the first shot always shows center. So if I were to shoot here, that's what it does, right? But look at that, it's already... Yeah, I get that. So let's... I'm not going back and forth through it every time, I know. But basically, I'm just kind of like, I want to make sure it's precision. That it's got... You aim for the dead center, and then you can kind of test. So I think I've got it at a better state now. Ah, there, that's dead center. So if I go over here, there, right? That should be good. Okay, now let's see if there's any way. Options. There's an overdrive function. No, that's sound overdrive. That's not it. Let's see. Fast forward. Oh my god. Oh, whoa. I have to be careful with it. Anybody... Ah! The game controls go super janky too. Oh god, no. Come on. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do to save your ears. Disabling sound. Until I get to the next point. Until I get to the point where I need to go. It just really is sensitive to any button. Investigate area. Look. Box. Ah, come on. Let me click the button down. Come on. Wow, come on. There we go. Investigate. Container. Continue back. Can I? Oh, crap. You know what? All this time, I don't believe it. Yes, I can use Metal Gear to save my game right here, but then Metal Gear leaves and then I can't do anything else. Why was I so dumb? Thank you very much, Snatcher 42. I can't believe I didn't do that. Now I just feel dumb again. This is how I should be playing games. I'll just make all the sound effects myself. Come on, look, area, investigate terminal, something about that. I should probably just put the game back on a regular speed, huh? Boom. Oh, shit. Well, at least I saved the game. All right. Oh my goodness. F12 to put the key down. There we go. Why is it still off? The bullets are still slightly off. Snatcher 42, now I know why you had a problem with your gun. Justifier seems to be a little off center. Out of my way! Oh!
Whew. I wasn't ready for that. They almost got me. All right, let's open the next door.
At least I have a closer... Yeah, I can go calibrate and come back here and just... Yeah.
Doesn't look like there's anything here.
It's jank. Wah!
Whoa!
Come on, let me pull my gun out of my holster. Two quick shots, that's not nice. At least I got my health back. I didn't, so the insector wasn't even a problem. My nanomachines came back and helped me. Maybe I just shoot twice. There's a lot of snatchers. Oh!
Jeez, these guys are tough. Of course, I didn't exactly expect them to welcome me with open arms. Okay, let's try this next door.
Please don't tell me I have to do this multiple times. Oh, hey. Why is it making that noise? Yeah, don't shoot her.
Jamie, are you all right?
Gillian, you came for me.
Are you hurt?
No, they won't lay a finger on me. Not until the new artificial skin is completed anyway.
Artificial
So
skin
don't develop
research.
it then.
You?
Gillian, I've got my memory back. All of it.
What happened? Tell me, Jamie.
They said they'd kill him. They said they'd kill Harry. They forced me. I had to help them with the skin development.
Bad news,
They
Jamie.
said I had to help them because the professor was ill. Wasn't getting any better. Gillian, the engineer Harry, he's our son. He's been living on his own now for 50 years.
Jamie, I'm afraid that Harry's...
There was nothing I could do. They forced me. But I can't do it anymore.
Jamie.
The professor, he just died. He was over 100.
The professor?
Oh, Modnar?
What? This old man?
He played one?
Don't you remember? It's Professor Modner. Professor Petrovich Modner.
What? This old man is Modner?
He's been confined here for 3 years now, just to develop the Snatcher's artificial skin. Terrible. Doing that to your own father.
Whose father? Jamie, I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
You really can't remember, can you?
Jamie, tell me. Tell me who I am. What were we doing at the Kremlin?
Are you sure you really want me to, Gillian? It's all so awful, but if you must know, I'll tell you. Try to remain calm, okay?
All right.
56
Exposition.
years ago, you and I were involved in a top-secret Soviet project. It was still during the time of the Cold War. The gulf between East and West was as wide as ever. Everybody was worried about nukes. At that point, the world's armies were at their largest ever. Leaders still believed that a strong military meant a strong nation. There were rumors that there would be an agreement to end the production of nuclear weapons. On the other hand, the major powers like the US began to get involved in a space weapons
Hello,
race.
Foxwine.
But not the Soviets. The conservative despots in the Kremlin had another, completely different idea for gaining military superiority. A horrible plan, something no one else would think of. At that time, the countries of the communist bloc were facing an economic crisis. Popular movements pushing for democracy were springing up all over. Communism itself was facing extinction. Facing pressure from the reformers, the Kremlin began to panic. And that's when that horrible, childish plan was launched.
And that was the Snatcher project.
The childish
Place your
program.
enemies' leaders with puppets of your own. Then you control their governments, their economies, take over a country from the inside out.
That's right, Gillian. And to develop these robots, they assembled some of the most brilliant scientific minds from around the world. Some of them were even brought in against their will. At the crux of that development effort was a group called the Frankenstein Project Team. You and I were members of that team, Gillian. It was a 4-person team led by the late Professor Modner here.
Late
The
Modner.
robotics expert was Professor Modner himself. His son, Elijah Modner, handled genetics and microbiology. For nanobiology and picobiology, myself. And for behavioral science and psychology, you, Gillian. Early development was carried out at a lab in Novosibirsk, but was later moved to a secret facility under the Kremlin. At the time, the Glasnost and Perestroika movements were gaining momentum, and they rightly feared for the existence of the program if it should become known. But some of the reformers did learn of the project, and they conspired with the US to block it. Gillian, you were a CIA special agent sent by the United States to infiltrate and sabotage the project.
I heard that too.
I was
Pickle biology.
CIA?
Yes, and the government knows that. That's why you were assigned to the Junker team.
What? Who am I?
Work on the project continued to go smoothly.
Pickle biology.
But then, on June 6th, 1996, there was that accident. A mysterious explosion at the Chernobyl facility spread a bacterial weapon that was under development there into the atmosphere, destroying the country and the project. Gillian, was it you? Did you set off that explosion?
Oh.
What? You can't be serious.
Oh, okay.
You think I caused the catastrophe?
Somehow, during the confusion, Professor Modner and our son Harry managed to get picked up by American agents. But we couldn't get out in time, you and I and Elijah. In a shelter below the Kremlin, we entered a cryogenic sleep. Our plan was to sleep there until the toxic effects of the bacteria were safely passed.
And then 48 years later, 3 years ago, we were discovered by the 17th Special Investigative Force.
Yes, but when they found us, Elijah's pod was already empty.
Elijah Modner? That guy whose picture was in the church? The one that looks like Random?
Random Hajile.
That's
Elijah
right,
Modnar.
Elijah is alive. Elijah is here and working on the Snatchers.
Why don't you let me finish your little story?
Oh.
Who's there?
It's been a while, hasn't it, Jamie? Ah, yes. And Gillian. It's me, Jamie.
Elijah? Is that really you?
Random? No. Not quite.
So you remember me, do you? I am Elijah Modnar, the only son of Professor Petrovich Modnar. I'm afraid I've grown somewhat old and feeble since we last
I
met.
think he has.
Elijah,
Oh,
why
oh.
are you doing this? Your father, Professor Modner, he passed away a few minutes ago.
What? My father is dead?
Elijah, what happened to you? The Elijah I knew could never do anything like this.
I've changed, Jamie. These 40 years have changed me.
I can't believe it. What happened to you?
What happened to me? Jamie, do I actually have to explain it to you? Jamie, it's you. Your beauty is the cause of all that has come to pass here.
Your beauty?
57 years ago, I was obsessed. With my research, yes. And with you, Jamie. At the time, I was still young, having just graduated with my genetic engineering degree. My father's connections got me on the team, and there, I met you. You were working as my father's assistant. Your beauty, your smile, I was stricken. I saw something in you that I never felt with women of my own country. You warmed my cold, young heart, Jamie. You opened me up, and I couldn't stop my feelings.
Elijah.
Oh, I was so happy. The political situation was crumbling around us, but
I was so
every
happy.
day
The
was a
political
joy.
situation was terrible.
I gained my father's trust, and with you there watching over me, I was able to work as hard as I ever have on the project. However, my happiness did not last for long. Gillian, it was you. You showed up and all was ruined. You arrived and joined our project team. Far from home, Jamie found comfort in a man from the same land. Your relationship grew quickly. And all I could do was stand by and watch.
It's that hairstyle, right?
Jamie and Gillian
Yeah,
fell in love.
it's that
We
hairstyle.
joined.
These are
and
weird
even
images.
had a child.
Why are they in
Harry.
negative?
Even then, my feelings for you only grew stronger. Worried about me, my father tried to have me removed from the project, but I persisted. Jamie, I always wanted to be near you.
Oh yeah, this is
And
getting
then
to levels of
The
creepy.
democratic movements that had consumed the rest of the Eastern Bloc spread to our country as well. The Cold War was over. The hardliners who had pushed for its development were stripped of power and the project was cancelled. The reformers, trying to cover up the existence of such a crazed project, ordered that all materials related to it be destroyed and that we stand trial for our actions. Jamie and Gillian were to be returned to their homeland. That's about the time that I learned that you, Gillian, that you were a CIA agent, and that you were trying to pass documents on our research to your military. The country had sold us out. I'm no politician. I couldn't care less about what happened to the country. All I cared about was my research and Jamie. And I was to lose all of that, everything. For someone so young, you cannot understand how great of a shock that was.
Elijah.
That is when I decided, I swore I would see that secret crazed project through to the end. At the time, the bioroids were 80% finished. The main part, their endostructure, was essentially completed.
Bioroid.
But we still were having trouble with the artificial skin, the area that Jamie and I were assigned to. We called it artificial skin, but there was of course no need to duplicate T lymphocytes, Langerhans cells, or endocrine cells. All we needed was keratinized cells and melanocytes to provide the pigment. With the artificial protein development techniques that we had in those days, full-scale synthetic cell development was very difficult. Research like this took months, years. The original project called for us to simultaneously snatch an entire country. In other words, a whole nation, or an entire city had to be snatched over the course of one night.
What?
For that reason, a powerful biological agent, which could quickly and effectively kill the population of the country, was being simultaneously developed.
Snow 9.
Lucifer Alpha.
That's right. A type RAO11 virus which another team was developing. For someone like myself,
Why
who
did
was closely
Gillian's
involved in the
image
project,
just change?
blowing up the lab was quite a simple task.
My God, Elijah, do you know what you're saying? That explosion killed half the world's population.
I moved all the materials and records essential to the Bioroid project into the shelter and executed my plan on June 6th. After sealing off the lab, I brought the two of you with me to the underground shelter and we entered a cryogenic sleep. But not before I programmed an atmospheric research satellite to transmit a wake signal when the danger from Lucifer Alpha had passed.
And 10 years later, Lucifer Alpha naturally mutated into a non-toxic form.
But the automatic revival system failed to work.
Oh no, it worked. Just as planned. It revived me 10 years later. A little sooner than the two of you, of course.
But even though you sealed the lab with the explosion and everything, you should have been exposed. Why weren't you?
Oh, I was. But by that time, the vaccine L-Angels had already been developed.
So everything went just as you planned
Hell
it then.
Angels? Like Hell's Angels?
Yes, up until that point. But my real struggle was yet to come. My original plan was to revive Jamie as well, and for the two of us to finish the development of the Bioroids. You, Gillian, you were to stay asleep forever. But I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Not after looking at Jamie's peaceful face there in the pod. Besides, I could never have convinced her to work with me on the project anyway. I knew
So
the
you let her
time was
just
not yet right.
stay in the
So
pod
I
for another
changed the
40
timers
years.
of your pods to permanent on.
How? How could you do such a thing?
And so for the next 40 years, I worked alone in that cold and lonely room under the Kremlin, trying to complete the artificial skin for the Snatchers. For days and days, no one would visit me. I never saw the sun or felt the changing of the seasons.
That was your decision,
Still,
though.
I always had Jamie by my side. You were always there for me to talk to. Just you and I for 40 years in that dark cellar.
Oh,
With
you
no
poor,
response.
poor man.
And then, 3 years ago, my research was finally completed.
Was it?
First, I snatched the Siberian Special Investigative Forces to establish a transport route for the Snatchers. And then, to test the effect of large-scale snatch operations, I chose Neokobe City to be my experimental sample. Neokobe is cut off from the surrounding areas, a sort of miniature country in itself, making it a perfect test site. And since it's a melting pot of various races, it would also allow me to gather extensive data on Snatcher modification and operational techniques. In addition, the element of suspicion or mistrust, which runs deep in Japanese culture, was another reason I chose this site.
Oh, wow.
But your test revealed a critical flaw in your machine's artificial skin.
Yes, quite unexpected, I'm afraid. All my research for 40 years. I gathered data and worked day and night to find a solution, but nothing seemed to work.
So that's why you decided to bring Professor Modner here, right?
That's correct. I discovered my father in one of the government's hospitals. He was old, but still very sound of mind. Naturally, he would not cooperate with me.
Of course not. He'd never become involved in something like that.
So, unable to receive his assistance, I decided that I had to have yours. But a mistake on my part allowed both you and Gillian to be taken into custody by the authorities first.
Just what are you trying to accomplish, Elijah? You must know you can never get Jamie back.
I'm only interested in discovering what I can of the human animal. In the past, it was because of Jamie. My motive is different now.
The human
Sounds
animal.
like you're just suffering from the wild arrogance that corrupts so many scientists.
Humans are such weak creatures. No matter how much they trust one another, the tiniest speck of suspicion can destroy it all. Look at how the Snatcher problem has caused such wild unrest. No matter how much science advances or how high we set our ideals, we eventually begin to suspect each other, to hate each other, and then to kill each other. The Snatchers are nothing more than a tool for bringing out this reaction. I am simply using the Snatchers to elicit the true nature of the human animal. I think this experiment has shown me the limits of human society. I sincerely doubt it will be able to reach any greater level of prosperity on its own. If human society ever hopes to reach greater heights, what is needed is an absolute leader, a firm ruler who isn't affected by these trivial episodes of mistrust.
You're crazy if you think people would ever obey Snatchers.
Of course they wouldn't. But if they don't know, they cannot object.
Huh.
There has been a time in every age that the people have longed for a god to lead them. As long as they give the people no reason to suspect them, then they can easily become their gods. Indeed, a new race of super beings. We are almost there. Once we perfect the artificial skin, Snatchers will transcend man to become this planet's true human beings.
But you'll never get your perfect skin now. Professor Modner is dead.
I no longer have any use for my father. I have a sample of the new skin he developed. Once I've analyzed it, I'll be able to make as much as I need. Or if need be, we could simply culture the keratinized cells, epithelial cells, and melanocytes in the quantities that we need.
What are you talking about? How could you get a sample of perfected artificial skin?
Why don't you take a look at this?
What are we looking at?
We found this in the rubble of Queen's Hospital.
That's random. Oh, there's your twist.
Random?
Oh, an acquaintance of yours?
He's a Snatcher?
That term isn't exactly accurate. This bioroid was constructed by my father without my knowledge. He modeled it after me in my youth. He built it right here in this facility. And not only that, he programmed it to destroy Snatchers. This bioroid caused me serious difficulties. It's designed and built far better than my Snatchers. The machine itself thought it was human. My father input memories for it all the way back to childhood. Those too were apparently mine. Haven't you yet realized? Random Hajil is Elijah Modner spelled backwards.
Yeah, I was just about to say
How
that.
like my father, silly old man. He did virtually overnight what I could not do in 40 years of effort. Furthermore, he makes a bioroid so perfect, even the bioroid itself believes itself to be real. What's more, the cells of the skin he developed are self-replicating. Once in place, no further transplants or culturing is necessary.
Is he dead?
Its main and locomotive systems are completely shut down. It's just scrap now. But the artificial skin is being kept alive. This we need. With this, we can move to phase 2 of our plan of full-scale infiltration of the world's major nations.
Random and Modnar I
The
got.
summit's
I
already
didn't
over.
get
You'll never
Elijah
succeed.
and Hajil.
What does the summit matter? Nothing
Yes,
holds
true.
us back now that we have this perfect skin. We can go anywhere we want, and there will be no way to tell us apart. I will have free control over the world. Nothing will be able to stop me. Politics and free thought will no longer have any meaning. My will alone will decide the course of human history.
You egomaniac. Do you think you can snatch the entire population?
There's a fully automated Snatcher factory under the Kremlin. Even as we speak, scores of new Snatchers are being born.
But no matter how hard you try, you won't be able to snatch the people's heart and soul.
Weird that
do you
Jamie
hope
looks
to
a
gain
lot
from this
brighter
anyway?
than the rest.
Jamie, the human race is composed of fools. But I'm different. I will be its savior. Indeed, not just of mankind, but of all life on the planet.
I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Metal!
Oh,
In 10 minutes, this church will be struck by a phased particle beam. I am guiding the beam from the attack satellite
I don't think metal got through.
Everything in a 2 to 3 kilometer radius from me will be destroyed.
Stop this foolishness now. I will not have my research destroyed by some souped-up pocket calculator.
Metal, what happened at the summit?
The delegates, worried about the Snatcher menace, voted unanimously to allow the use of nuclear weapons on the city. The military is presently imposing a quarantine on Neo Kobe.
What? Do they intend to kill everybody?
The populace is in a state of panic. However, they have agreed to lift the quarantine if this church is struck by the phase particle beam. This is our last chance. I will handle things here. Gillian, Jamie, you two must flee.
You insignificant mass of metal. You'll never...
One move and I detonate. Gillian, run!
Metal, this is crazy!
We can't let a single
Not
Snatcher
that-
get out of here. And this new artificial skin has to be destroyed as well.
I will not allow some talking scrap pile to get away with this. If you are the aiming point for the beam, then I'll just have you thrown out of here. Grab this little one and take him out of here.
Gonna activate the Snatchers. Yeah, it feels like I'm gonna have a fight coming on my hands here. Oh.
Metal!
Cowardly little robot.
You always were a real pain in the butt.
Oh. And that would be random, I think.
What's that?
Yep. Oh, wow. First.
What? How did... You're supposed to be deactivated.
I don't go down that easy, old man.
Stop this foolish...
Shut up! Let's try to make our final moments peaceful, shall we? And you Snatchers, you touch the little guy and the old man's head comes off.
Random!
I've always hated being used. Why don't you watch the final act with me?
Gillian, you only have 5 minutes. The turbo cycle is just outside on standby. Use that to flee.
Let me go. I'm Elijah Modner. I'm your original.
I don't care if I'm an original or a copy or what. You and I are gonna die right here. If we both die, there won't be a copy anymore now, will there?
Huh.
The stupid logic of a simpleton, of a machine.
Whatever it is, it's my will!
Machines have no will. Machines cannot sacrifice themselves.
We'll see about that.
You have 4 minutes. You must go.
We need
Don't
to...
forget to take care of the factory under the Kremlin.
Stop!
Gillian, even if these memories in my head are fiction,
Yeah, I know what you mean. Our memories of our time together are all too real, Random.
Gillian, you become one hell of a junker.
Gillian, it has been most recreational being your partner.
Most
Oh,
recreational.
Metal!
If you can, try to pick up the pieces for me, okay? Like we did for Little John.
Little John? Oh! Okay, Metal.
Hurry! You only have 3 minutes.
Thanks! Thanks, you two! Jamie, come on!
Yeah, I don't know. Do I have a fight? Let's find out.
No! Don't let her go! No!
You pathetic old fool! You don't even know how to love someone.
You stupid machine! What is that idiotic grin supposed to mean?
By snatching you, I'm finally gonna get my real self back.
Random, there's less than 1 minute to go. Thanks to you, everything will be fine.
You don't owe me any thanks. Sorry to get you involved in such a big job. You did great. You're a hell of a junker.
3, 2, 1, here it comes!
Later, kid!
So you're really going, aren't you?
It's our responsibility, too. Besides, if I go to Moscow, I may get some of my memory back. And if that happens, I'll be able to love you even more than I do now. Wait for me. I want to be with you, but first I've got to destroy this terrible factory of theirs. Jamie, when I get back, let's try living together again. What do you say?
13 Special Operations Squad and all Junker personnel. Report immediately for departure.
We'll be waiting for you, too.
Katrina! Mika! You're here too?
You better be happy, Buster, with all these beautiful women seeing you off.
There is
I'm
not
happy
a
you
Snatcher
came.
2.
Let me introduce my wife.
Jamie Seed. I suppose it's a little odd introducing myself a second time, though.
What do you mean? You've never met them before, have you?
What are you talking about, Gillian? We're good friends.
Huh? Since when?
It's the first time I've met her in person, but I've spoken with her on the video phone a lot of times.
What? Have you guys been talking about me behind my back?
Ah, okay. I have the controls again. Look. Really sorry for all the worry I've caused you. This kid has such a rough time. She lost almost everything practically overnight. She's done a really great job. I owe her a lot of thanks. Oh. Yeah, I know. What have we got left here, right? Trying to learn more about you is what got our relationship started. I was telling Mika about how lonely it was being home alone all the time. And she told me that Jamie was always worried about me, so I gave her a video phone call. Wait, is that it? Okay, maybe back to talk to... Oh, I see. Before I knew it, we really became close, didn't we? Our relationship has gone beyond just being friends. Are you referring to... Yep, there's your pervy comment. Beyond just friends. Sounds pretty good to me. With even Alice gone, I was really lonely. Katrina. Oh. You have a warped mind sometimes, you know. Both so easy to talk to. It's like I've got two real sisters. If I keep going back and forth, I'm just getting bits and pieces of their conversations, but it's like, it's just like family to me now. There we go. Ah! I don't care if you get your memory back or not. Why? Because getting your memory back will mean that you'll remember those things about me that you hated. Things that I hated? What are you talking about? Dealing with each other's imperfections is part of what being married is all about, Jamie. Gillian. Don't worry. No memories will change how I feel about you. Thank you, Gillian. It's nice to hear you say that.
So have they finalized what they're going to do about Junker operations? I suppose this will end up being our last mission, huh?
Well, originally they were planning on disbanding the team, but now they've decided to keep us in business.
So that means...
That's right. We've been designated as one of the government's special police divisions. That puts us above the regular cops.
So the government has decided that crime by machines poses a bigger threat than crime by humans from here on out, huh?
They've chosen the new chief, too. So when you get back, you'll get to meet the new head honcho.
Well, it's comforting to know I've got a place I can come back to.
These are weird, just little vignettes of story. Have a safe trip, Second Lieutenant Seed. I'm a second lieutenant as well, so let's try to work well together when you get back. How come my rank is even lower than what I had in the army, eh?
Whatever you do, just come home safe, okay?
When you get back from this job, you still have a dinner date to keep with me, you know.
Don't worry. I won't forget my promises to either of you. Oops, almost forgot. Of course, I want to spend some private moments with my wife, too, huh? What's wrong, Jamie?
Oh.
Harry and I will be waiting for you to get home.
That's Harry's hat.
We can do it this time, Gillian. Not some fake couple like before, but with love and trust.
I know, Jamie.
Take care, Gillian.
I'll see you, Jamie.
Wait! Wait for me! Take me with you, please!
You? Metal?
Yes, sir! We didn't have a good frame to work with, so this is just a temporary body. Just call me Metal Gear, Sega CD for now.
So they found your memory chip in one piece, eh?
Random protected it from the blast of the beam.
Random, huh?
Oh.
Wait a second. I've heard that sneeze somewhere before.
Really? I didn't hear anything. Anyway, I want to know if you'll take me with you. Please, Gillian, please take me with you.
Hurry up and get on board, partner.
Yes, sir, Gillian.
So yes, Act 3 apparently wasn't even on the original games. On the PC, like there was like a PC and an MSX version. Act 3 didn't even exist. So the game was left on a cliffhanger. So Act 3, I don't know if it was rushed per se, but it definitely wasn't around in the first versions. And then this game came out, and now they don't even have an ending for Act 3. And they never made a Snatcher 2. Throughout
history, suspicion has always bred conflict. The real conflict, though, resides in people's hearts. This conflict has just begun.
So yeah, I think there was something, well there was okay, so there was an SD Snatcher RPG game that might have continued the story. So maybe I should go looking for the SD Snatcher game. It might be something for me to look for. It's an RPG type game. I'll go look it up and see. Now, the only other thing is that they never made Snatcher 2, but Suda51 of No More Heroes fame did a radio drama recently. And I say recently, probably like 10 years ago. Oh, really? SD Snatcher ends at the same point. Okay. But I know there's the radio drama that Suda51 did, the Snatcher radio drama, and it never came out here. And that... The radio drama's a prequel? So the game ends here. Suda51 was involved in the radio drama, but not in this version, not in the Sega CD game. Suda51 made, like, this radio drama for the new version, though. But yeah. But no continuation. That sucks. I mean, you have a story here where you've ended it when it should have had maybe a 4th and 5th act. Oh yeah. I honestly think that this is a really overlooked game. I mean, the fact is that, you know, when you tell people it's a Hideo Kojima game, they'll look at it because it's a Metal Gear Solid, you know, Metal Gear Solid stuff, but it sucks that it didn't get... Doesn't this guy look like one of the replicants from Blade Runner? Yeah, you gotta play 2064. At least 2064 has closure. And apparently it actually has multiple endings. I didn't know this. Oh, Lucy Childs did Metal Gear. Do I know the name Lucy Childs? Well, I know Ray Van Steen for some reason. Huh. I'm gonna have to go look up these names too. Oh, that's right! I don't have it within reach here. And not that you could see it because I don't have my camera on. I have a Police Knots game around here somewhere. I bought the Sega Saturn game, but you bring up a good point. I mean, the fact is, I'm playing a Sega CD emulator right now. What would it take for me to basically get a Saturn emulator and try Police Knots? Oh wow, I'm noticing Ray Van Steen showing up as a lot of voices, including the Chinese people. And that might explain why Chin Shu Oh sounded kind of racist. I hate to say it. I mean, this is definitely a product of its time. I don't know if you could get away with all of the weird Chinese references and the Russian stuff that they're all... I mean, they're blaming Russia for all of this. Okay. Well, that can be done. Yeah. Ooh, that should be something for me to look into. Muse, I do know I want to play that. I do want to play the Hex next, though. But, yeah, Police Knots. I'll put that on my list. Oh, what, for Police Knots? Don't know if there is, I don't know if there's an official... It's subs, right? It might not be... Yeah, just no voice acting, just subtitles. This was an official release. Why is the music stuttering? Yeah, so Police Knots was never officially released, but there's a subtitled version that I can find if I patch it. That would be good to play too. It's a, you know, a spiritual sequel to Snatcher. Yeah, and right back to the Konami's. There is so much about this game that I love. Like, I mean, I wish that they did... Like, the funny thing is that apparently they keep re-releasing it, but not in North America. This is as far as we got with North America. A Sega CD release. The only release that ever came out. There was... I mean, heck, there was PC Engine versions. Which, translated to North America, means there was a version that worked on the TurboGrafx 16. It's weird. Like, this game was all over the place, except North America. And I'm so glad I had the gun. The gun, in quotes, to be able to complete this, because I don't think I could have done that with the joystick. I was having so much trouble. Yeah. So I'm going to have to go look up Police Knots now and look up a patch. And let's see. What else am I going to do here? What is Claw? I don't know this. Like, I mean, I know of Claw Cranes, but... Oh, wait. I just looked it up. Claw. Is this a 2D side-scroller platform with an anthropomorphic pirate cat? Is that the one you're referring to? I'm looking around and basically, like, they found Claw game, and of course they bring up the Crane games. Is that right? Was I right about that? I mean, our childhoods are why we're furries. If you really think about it, how many cartoons did you watch that had talking animals? You can't say that basically you're a furry because it wasn't because of all the cartoons, all the talking dogs. Let me read the plot here. A famous cat pirate, Captain Nathaniel Joseph Claw, is imprisoned by the Cocker Spaniards after they attack and sink his ship. In the prison cell awaiting for his execution, he finds a note and a piece of a map hidden in the wall. The note tells of the Amulet of 9 Lives, a mystical artifact that grants its wearer near immortality. Breaking out of his cell, Claw sets out to collect all 9 gems of the amulet and retrieve it for himself. Okay. That looks kind of fun. Made by Monolith Productions. It was one of the first games to utilize an online multiplayer gaming network created by Microsoft. And the National Amusement Network Incorporated, also known as NANI, and was supposed to originally feature 16 levels and support 256 players through the NANI network. And there's a DVD version of it too, with fully animated cutscenes. Do I need to play this? Wait, around 1999, work on a sequel to Captain Claw called Captain Claw 2 in 3D was in development. However, due to the copyright issues with the character Captain Claw, Monolith dropped the project and passed all codes and assets to a Polish game developer called Techland. Techland announced that the sequel to Captain Claw was going to be released in 2007 under Captain Claw 2. And it was delayed and renamed to Jack the Pirate Cat. The game was later renamed to Nikita, the Mystery of the Hidden Treasure. And then became a standalone game that had nothing to do with the original game. So, yeah, this sounds like this might be a fun game for me to play. I have to go look that one up. You know what? Hang on one second. What's the website? I know that there's a way. Holy cow, there's a Reddit dedicated to Captain Claw. There's a freaking website. CaptainClaw.net. You guys. Okay, so I'm finding some interesting stuff. This is... Hang on a second. Where's my... Just going to pull up a quick... Just going to add... Yeah, Police Knots had some crazy crazy actual work done on it. Like, it was well... Website catcher. Add source. I want to pick up... I can't believe what I'm just finding right here, but just give me a second here. Look what I just found. A freaking website for The Claw Recluse. A Captain Claw website. So, this is custom levels. This is weird, man. That's pretty cool, though. I think Police Knots, I think it's because it's Hideo Kojima, honestly. Like, I mean, we think about Hideo Kojima and we think Metal Gear Solid all the time, right? But literally, that website mentions that on March 24th, some new levels were released for Captain Claw. That's crazy. Well, that's for me to look into later. That is absolute crazy. I mean, I am a retro video game player. This is the kind of stuff that I do, right? Let's see. Hang on a second. I was going to play something else that I had on here. I'm just trying to think if there was something I had on Steam that I could just quickly throw together that was And why is my Steam being all slow? But I'm just trying to think if there's something on here. Oh, yeah, there's Crystal... Is this the original Crystal Towers? I haven't played... Let's see here. Yeah, oh, it's just showing me things that I haven't played in a long time. I don't even know what Call of Fries is, but I even have Linus Brookman. What Linus Brookman sees when his eyes are closed. I want to play that. Oh, yeah, speaking of other games, I even have the website still open right here. Hang on one second. Where was it? I had games. Anybody remember Iron Helix? I can literally play Iron Helix on the website. Hang on a second. You know what? While we're here, let me see what I can do here. I'm just going to put that up here. I'm just going to add window capture, website capture. And the website capture I'm going to grab is, where is it? That's not it. Oh, Iron Helix. So this game, let me see if I can, downloading, game file 1 of 3. Yes, that's perfectly fine. I know you're going to be playing a game pretty soon, Foxwine. Thank you very much. I'm going to play a little bit of this other one if I can get the DOS box to run. I'm not sure how big it is right now. Oh, 300 megs maybe? Can I full screen this? Combination of mouse, keyboard, and joystick. All right, still loading. Let me get this screen up on here. Thank you for coming, Foxwine. Oh my god, it's running Windows for work groups. What is this? Okay, hang on. This is hilarious. I have... Okay. I'm going to quickly just put this up on the screen. There. It is replicating Windows for workgroups on here. I don't know if there's a way I can F11 this to make it any bigger or not. I want to make I want to do full screen on this, but I don't think I can. Oh, wait, full screen. That's not great. Not for you guys, at least. Let me see if I shrink this. No, it shrinks the entire thing down. This is not how this game plays, is it? Oh, there we go. Oh my god, this is tiny. Yeah, this is full screen, though. It's not full screening the full screen. You got what I mean? It's just putting the full screen on and the screen's resolution is still tiny. I could play this at another time, but look at those graphics. Back in the day, this was crazy.
Somewhere in the distant future, a mighty fleet bears down upon a desolate
Snatcher.
planet. A practice target in a war game simulation.
Control, this is O'Brien, heading for target planet, heading 090-139.
As the fleet prepares for the battle exercise, a computer malfunction reprograms one of the ships for a real target.
Coordinates changed. Cannot retarget. Fleet leader, this is the J. Paul Jones. The O'Brien is breaking away from the attack.
Just temporarily.
The serene and Earth-like planet known as Calliope. Its inhabitants are peaceful, unprotected, and now marked for destruction in a deadly war game gone awry.
Control, this is Bridge. Targeting computer has taken control of the helm. Cannot override. Repeat, cannot override.
21 receiving this message. This is Captain William Parrish of the Jeremiah O'Brien. We have lost control of our ship and are currently headed towards one of our program targets, the Thanosian planet known as Calliope. There is some kind of virus on board that has changed our DNA patterns and has infected us with a disease that seems to rapidly be attacking our immune systems. This virus has inhibited our access to the computers so that we cannot stop the ship ourselves. Our Defender security robot will soon deploy and kill us as if we were intruders. We are helpless to stop it. Our next course of action will be to rig a multitude of self-destruct events by bypassing the computer and setting trigger codes for each event. We hope that one of these will be carried out by someone sent to stop the ship. The crew and I have left trigger codes for these events and messages on various terminals throughout the ship.
Oh, it just died on me. Okay, beginner. Begin new game. So here's how this game plays.
This is Admiral Arbok. Your mission now is to send your probe on board, find the DNA from the crew, then find the video clues. After that, you must get rid of the Defender and use one of the clues to stop the ship. Good luck.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I've always wanted to play this game. I think I might want to actually do this proper at some point, but the fact is I'm playing this on a Windows 3.1 emulator on a web browser on my computer. Okay, so yeah, there's our music. So I don't know what this all means. And I can hardly read the text that's on the screen. It's probably too small for me to actually read it. If I click notes, no video clues recorded, quit save, etc. Up, down. Wait. I guess I can't go those ways. If I turn... The no button is just a... Oh, do you see, though, this here, scan direction, straight ahead. So let's see here. I'm just going to... Oh, and here's my map. So let's see what I can do. Maybe I can get over to here to the elevator, but let's see what we've got. All right. Access elevator, which I cannot access. This is how this game played. It's absolutely tiny. It's so tiny. This was CD-ROM games back in the day. High res, everything. There's something behind me now. Oh, but let's... Oh, I can go... Oh, I can go up. Thank you, Snatcher42. Thank you for following. We will see you again, and I definitely will look at Police Knots at some point, too. Thank you for coming out. Where were they? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I love all these classics. Oh, I can't go back up. Oh, I can go up there. Up. Oh! Your probe has been destroyed by the ship's defender. What? Oh. That... Well, that doesn't explain anything. Thanks, Raven. I'm glad I got to finish it. I had seen Act 3 was about 2 hours, so I wanted to make sure I get it done. But I'm glad I actually got to see it, because it's been such a long time. Have a good sleep. We'll talk to you soon. Yeah, 3 lives to find something. And I see that there's a scanner of some sort. But I remember there's something also looking... Let's go down. Look at these maps. How am I supposed to find my way through any of this? I don't have anything I can do here. Okay, let's go up. And up again. And let's go up again into this gigantic maze of things. Deck 1. What is that X on the map? Do you see the X on the map? I don't... Wait, is that an open door button? I can open this door. I can go through it. And the door is closed. Oh, that thing is moving. Something is in range of me here. Oh, you heard that. Like, I guess I have to look in the upper right to see if there's any warnings on things. I think the X is the defender. Yeah. Oh, there's my probe in the mirror. I better go this way. I can't go this way. Is it going to just open the door and kill me? Basically, I just want to not let it see me. Nope, that's... If that thing opens the door, I'm dead. But I can... Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing now. Let's just see what happens. Will it continue moving, or will it just trap me in a door? Come on. Whoa! Yep. That probe's done. Yep, that thing just took me out. So I have no idea what I'm doing. And is it real time? It said 85 minutes and 87 minutes, so... This game was huge for its time. I mean, being a CD-ROM game, but look at the fact that all of the gameplay is in like a quarter. It's me. Oh, I can open this door. Or not. Can I go this way and open the elevator here? Open door. I can go in here. Okay. Elevator access data port. So let's... Oh, the different floors. Let's go up to the first floor. 3, 2, 1. But that's where the defender is. Maybe I don't want to go there right now, because it's headed my way. Let's go down to the 6th floor. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm looking on the maps and seeing if there's anything that makes any reference to things that I'm looking for. Oh, it's dark in here. Oh, what? Okay. I can see out here. What's this room? Control room. Okay, I don't think I've got any ability in here. I can't do anything in this room, so let's open the door. Go forward. Yeah, this thing... I think this thing is tracking me. And wait, scan, jam, arm. Oh! I've got an arm. Okay. Maybe I can do some things with this? Jam. Huh. Okay, let's just keep moving. Open this door. The dumpster. Where else to find DNA but a dumpster, right? Scan. Pre-scan completed. No organic material found. How? What would I be looking for? Right? Oh, organic material present. Control. Pre-scan on, off. Okay, so I found... You hit jam and it EMP'd the place. Okay. Oh! What have I found? Human DNA specimen. Okay. Acquire sample. Sample acquired. That's good. Do I have to scan everywhere to look for this stuff? Unidentified. Stored in the sample. Well. Wow, I have to like literally scan every window or something like that. That's not great. But I found 2 pieces of organic material. That's good. control. I don't know, but there's a fourth button here that doesn't do anything. I'm not sure what to do. All right, well, let's continue moving on. This is the only way to get to this floor. Oh, I could climb the ladder up there. I see. Let's go in here. Deck 5. So, I don't know what I'm doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. But I guess the point is that I want to try to enter these rooms. Or not. Open this door. The engineering area. So where am I now? Okay. I'll tell you this, my eyes are starting to hurt from this really tiny game. Yeah, I was supposed to collect things, if I remember correctly. I go down here. And what is this? No, it's not huge for me. I have to look on a really tiny screen. I've magnified it for you so that I can look at it. But I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, do you see the defender is here now? And it's moving in not like a timed thing. It's just moving based on... Yeah, I'll try some strategies or something later on to try to figure out how to run around here a little bit better. Oh, you know what? I should go this way and check for samples. Nothing here, but the defender's heading my way. Yeah, I think it knows I'm here. I think it's going to try to go the way I'm thinking. I want to make sure if it's gonna follow me around. Which way is it going to come? Yeah. Go! That took me out. Okay, I'm going to try this game again later. Calliope will be destroyed. But I'm going to go look up some... Try again. I'm going to look up some stuff on this game at some point. Oh, is Calliope going to be exploded now? Whoa! Okay, apparently Calliope is an entire planet.
This is Admiral Arbok. Our hopes to avert a great war have been dashed by your inability to stop the O'Brien. You must now proceed directly to Starbase Amethyst for interrogation and debriefing.
Well, what an interesting game. I'm going to give this one a try a little bit later, but that's kind of cool. They even have a full motion video for their credits. All right. Admiral Arbok, you're right? All right, I'm going to close that off for now. That was fun. I will give that another try. I love the retro stuff. And at some point, I'll probably want to do a little bit more of a deeper dive into those kind of things, because those are always fun. In any case, it is 10 o'clock. I probably should wrap up, and I gotta sadly work tomorrow, and I was not thinking about it for all this time, and now I have to work tomorrow. Anyways, it's okay. It's how it goes. Admiral. I was thinking more Star Wars, but I think I'm thinking of the wrong person. The It's a Trap guy. What's his name? I don't even know. They must have had so many references to this kind of stuff back in the day, and they didn't, they don't acknowledge this kind of stuff. In any case, I'm going to wrap this up, close off the Snatcher. We will see. Akbar. I was so close. Akbar Arbok. Okay, yes. Still a trap. Anyways, I want to thank you, Muse, for coming to the stream. Thank you, Neko, for being there. I see a couple of other people on there. Hello, everyone, and I hope that you all had a good night. I'm going to wrap up. If we want, we could go raid over to Foxwine's stream, because I know she is going to be streaming pretty soon, if she hasn't already started. Let's see here. If I can find her. I believe that she's already streaming. She is. So why don't we give her a little raid? We'll see everyone very soon. And I hope you all have a great night, and we will have a great sleep and all that good stuff, okay? Getting everyone ready for the raid. Everyone have a great night. We'll see you all very, very soon. Bye. Oh, I gotta hit the raid button. There we go.